will make big changes, not small changes. We don't just need minor. It's not enough to get a Republican in the White House. We need a Republican who will do big things when they get there.
Well, you don't think Jeb is going to make big changes?
Here's my concern and skepticism about just getting any Republican there. Look at what happened when we took the Senate back. Remember, I remember these great soaring campaign promises last year. It wasn't that long ago. Give us the Senate, we'll repeal Obamacare. Give us the Senate, we'll stop the illegal amnesty. Give us the Senate, we'll reduce government spending and balance the budget. Give us the Senate, and look at what's happened instead. White flag of surrender on amnesty. They passed a toothless bill on this Iran that actually makes it worse, not better, in terms of congressional oversight. They've not done, when you look at Obamacare, they've not even passed they've not even shown the American people how they would repeal and replace it. And I'm worried. I think the Supreme Court's going to rule the way that it should, that these states, there should not be subsidies and mandates in these states that have a federal exchange. But what I worry about is the Republicans in Congress are setting ourselves up for defeat again without going out there with a plan to repeal Obamacare and replace it, and they're going to put themselves in a corner. And that's why you've already heard Republicans saying, well, maybe we just need to put a Band-Aid or a patch on it.
Why do you think that is, Governor Jindal? I predicted that when the Republicans would win the Senate, the same thing that happened in the second Bush term would happen again. In those first few years, we saw this impulse to spend. The big government Republicans, and I would put John Boehner and Mitch McConnell, sadly, in that group, the big government Republicans would move to bust the spending caps after we reduced the budget deficit because of those spending caps, and they would justify increases in spending that we frankly don't offset with other cuts. Why is that? Why do they do that?
Well, first of all, I think you're exactly right. I mean, you look at at that same time period when we had a Republican president, a Republican Congress, that's when we got No Child Left Behind. That's when we got Part D in Medicare without Medicare reform, without premium support. And that's where it is absolutely right to criticize President Obama for $18 trillion of debt, but it didn't just start under President Obama. I think in part we have Republicans in D.C. who have just become part of the problem. They want to go along to get along. Lord, that's why I think we need conservatives.